Hello guys, this is Lior Bar-El. Like I said, as I promised, here it is. By popular demand, I know a lot of you guys have been reaching out to me, especially in the spiritual, everybody that's very spiritual, those that are clairvoyant, those that are not, those that are, that have psychic abilities, those that, what they call psychic abilities, those that could shift energies, pretty much all of that stuff, healers, you name it. I'm grateful that you guys reached out to me, and I'd like to apologize that I, waited this long to do this, but I did say I was going to release a mini-series about it, and here is what it's going to happen, right? So this is episode 1. This is going to be the introduction that I'm going to give you guys, okay? And the next episode's going to be coming out every week. I'm going to be uploading a new episode, okay? I'm not sure exactly how many. It'll probably be about 5 to 10. I'm not exactly sure. But I'm going to be covering a lot of things. Now, this is mostly for people who are clairvoyant. Now, why am I saying that? I'm going to explain further, in the other episodes about that. But the reason why is a lot of people who are clairvoyant, a lot of people who have no blockages anymore, what happens is they see things, they hear things, they know things, they think they're going psychotic. Some are tortured by it. Some are, they want to end their lives. I got a lot of people who wanted to commit suicide because of that, which is horrible. And you don't know how special you guys are. And this is why I'm doing this, because I want to make sure that you guys are not, going to kill yourselves or hurt yourselves or anything like that. Now, the reason I'm saying it's more for the people who have no blockages is because, as I said in my past videos, if you look back in my spiritual videos, I discuss this a lot. Those that are not clairvoyant, do not look for trouble, okay? What happens is, in your mind, when you're a baby, you see things. You can see spirits, you hear spirits, you look at people as energy. What happens is, during the life cycle, and I'm going to talk more about this in the other episode, a lot of things happen. For example, wireless devices, okay? Education in school, in the schools, the government, govern the mind, control the mind. Religion has nothing to do with God or Torah. What it does is, religion means to blind. So you control the mind by blinding people. What all of this infrastructure is designed to do, this ecosystem is designed to do, is to suck those powers that HAKADOSH, the Lord, God of Abraham, blessed be his name forever, gave you. And what happens is you get your energy sucked, and then you stop seeing the dead. I don't like saying the dead. You stop seeing spirits. You stop seeing the energies of the world. You start seeing more what is physical and material. You start to see things that are illusions and interpret that as reality. But you do not see the things that are really out there, or the way the world really looks. And that's what it comes down to. Okay, so those that, and when you have that ability, what happens is, you're trained by, you have wireless devices, computers, zombies, television, you name it, all education systems that suck these things, but they put blockages in your head not to have these not to have these abilities. Now, even though you want to have, let's say, these abilities, you still have blockages in your subconscious, which doesn't let you go, forward with your training. Now, the reason why, I know you're going to say, well, why don't you want us all to open the blockages? Well, it's quite simple. People that have been born with it, like me, have been raised, into knowing these things. I've been discovering things since you're little. It becomes a part of you, and it's natural. It's like a second skin. It's a natural way for us. But a person who it hits them later on in life starts to think that he's schizophrenic, starts to overanalyze. Next thing you know, he has anxiety problems. He has heart palpitations. If you're old, it could cause you all kinds of horrible things, from heart attacks and on, just by racing your heart. It just depends on what you are. It could really it will flip your world upside down. So I ask you not to open this Pandora's box, okay? Not to do that. I ask you to, if you want to see these episodes, just understand it and find a fellow clairvoyant person who could probably guide you, but do not open, try to listen to them, or if you even want to do it, I highly don't recommend you do this that late in life. But if you want to open it, make sure that it's very, very slow, and do it through a person who truly understands. I could help you out with that, but I really don't recommend. I've seen people go psychotic from these things, and even people that are born with it have a hard time. I had a hard time dealing with things like that as well growing up. So it's like something I wouldn't recommend. I recommend just leave it to the people who already know it, and therefore you're not going to be, mind screwed, by any of this. But if you want to, just make sure that you work with somebody in a very slow manner. Don't rush it. I'm telling you, it's very important not to rush it. Now, for those that are clairvoyant, a lot of you that have a problem, because the blockages are removed and you see things either later on in life or you grew up like that and you believe it's a curse, which I do, to me, there's times I look at it as a curse and times as a blessing. Truth of the matter is, it is a blessing. The thing is, you just need to know how to, play the cards that you've been given by the Lord. And there's a reason you've been given this, and there's no reason for you to kill yourself. No reason for people to label you. If they label you a heretic or whatever, they're fucking idiots, because they don't understand anything. They're just stupid. They see things that are material, and they are people who are sheep. You understand? The people that have open minds, they are not part of the, like, for example, I have felt more in connection with the spiritual world my entire life than I ever did with the physical world, which is kind of screwed up to say that, because we are to be in the physical, but I walk, and I worked very hard in my life to walk on, walk in both worlds, okay, to be equal in both worlds, and to understand both worlds, and to understand the importance of this world more than the next, but also to take from the next and help out this world. It's just it's very complicated. I'm going to go into that in the episodes right here. But I had a lot of people, and this is already the 10th person I know right now that actually, he's a healer. Just now, a couple days ago, this guy reached out to me on YouTube, and he told me I'm fainting, I'm blacking out, all kinds of things. What am I doing wrong? I'm healing people, doing, just over them. Now, there's people that heal through their hands, and I'm going to explain that all in the episodes, and people that, you need to know how to control that energy, and if you don't control that energy, you're giving off too much to the point that it drains you, and then one day you're walking down the street and you collapse, you just black out, and you go to the doctors, they're all like, well, you're perfectly fine, there's nothing wrong with you. Then they start saying maybe you need some anti-depression pills, maybe you're depressed, we're going to give you Prozac, we're going to give you Ritalin, we're going to give you all kinds of crap. They start playing psychiatrist with you. They have a psychiatrist, he wants to make money, he uses you as a cash cow. Don't pay attention to any of that, okay? The thing is, you have to understand you are special, and I'm going to explain that in the other episodes. I know I'm kind of like blah, 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 over here in this video. It's only because it's an intro. It will be more organized in the other episodes. It's just I want you guys to understand that I am doing it now. So every week I will be releasing a video of this, and how to we're going to go over how to control your energy, how to so you don't collapse and faint, how to deal with the spiritual world so it doesn't overtake you. The more right now I'm on a mission, really. I try to delve more into the spiritual world. Not that I can control it, it's there. It's not like I'm conjuring, but it's there, and I go within it, and within, and the more I find myself deeply involved in that, the more I forget about this world, which is wrong. So we're going to go over how to balance them both out, and how to understand that both are very important factors in your life and the world around you. Also, we're going to talk about how you really make your own universe. So if you make a universe that is negative, you're going to be negative. If you're going to make a universe that is positive, you're going to be positive. It's just a matter of really what's out there and how things affect you and how you can deal. This will help people who suffer from depression. So, even if you're not clairvoyant, just watch these videos and understand what's out there. And I explained that. I've healed in my videos, my anti-anxiety videos, my anti-panic attacks, anxiety attacks, PTSD, all that. I healed 100%. I don't like saying I did. It's God who healed. But I'm saying I helped people heal 100% without using medication, without using anything. These people, amazing people, I explained to them that the Lord gave you these tribulations to make you stronger for the future. And all of them, we're not talking about a few, every single one of them who took what I was teaching seriously what happened is they got healed. And it all had to do with the energies in this world. It all had to do with releasing yourself from the chains of the earth, that you know, of the world, that's with that of the governments that enslave you and all kinds of things, and cuts that out and makes you think for yourself and releases you from you know, this mindset of being a sheep and turning you guys into lions. The thing is, there's so much to this world that, you know, a lot of people say, oh, God didn't want you to do this. Oh, God didn't, you know, religion says, oh, it's you know, it's heretics, it's this, it's that. Even, you know, even if you're born with it. The thing is, this is what God, what HAKADOSH, I believe, wants everyone to do. Everyone needs to find their way back to connecting with the Almighty. And you don't do that just by praying, because when you do that, when you pray, these words are not yours. They're someone else's words. So you could pray all you want. You need to write your own psalms. You need to write your own prayers. But either way, to have kavanah, we call it in I don't like saying Judaism because I'm an Israelite. I don't like using that word because that's a word that was made by pagans. I really hate that word. But the thing is, I'm an Israelite, and if I'm from the nation of Israel, not a religion. And I explained that in my other videos. And the thing that is very important to understand is we all are a nation. We are people of God. We all carry the spirit, the breath of God, which is neshima, which means neshama. You know, neshima is the breath, which is the root word of neshama, which means the soul. And we all come from the breath of HAKADOSH, of God, and therefore we are all brothers and sisters. And because of that, this is why I try to help as many people as I possibly can. But the thing is, there's so much to talk about that even this intro, I'm like blabbing because I have no idea. There's so much. There's like a limitless, you know, thing that there's so much to talk about. I don't even know how many episodes this is going to be, but I'm going to be doing that. And in the end of the episodes, when it's done, I'll still leave it open that if anybody has questions, like I do with my therapy videos that I give people, once I reach 20 questions, I'll do videos and continue on from there. And if you guys have any requests, you know, as usual, reach me. Let me know if there's anything that you want me to cover. But those are really what we're going to be, you know, doing. We're going to be you know, learning in the next episode. We're going to be learning to I'm going to go right into it. How to for the healers. This is going to be an episode for the healers. Episode 2 is going to be an episode for the healers, okay? So anybody that does healing, whether you're a giver or whether you're a taker, and we're going to explain that. I explained that in my other video, but I'll go deeper into that into the next session. And I'm going to explain to you how to deal with these things and exactly the methods that, you know, that you need to do to guard yourself from negative entities, to guard yourself from giving off too much energy. Because I know a lot of people that are like, well, we're healers, and they heal people, and that's great. But guess what? You could heal a person, instead of doing it in 5 minutes, you can heal in an hour. You understand? It doesn't matter. The thing is, you need to take your time, because when you give off too much energy, it will affect you. First off, it will give you, you know, you will collapse, and it's not good, especially if you're at an old age, to fall somewhere down the stairs. You know, I know this guy who just reached out to me. He fell down the stairs. I mean, and broke like a couple of ribs. I mean, this isn't a joke. This thing is bad. And it doesn't happen immediately. It'll happen during the day, later on in the day, a couple of days later, or even I know a guy that a month later. And then when I taught him this stuff, he never had a problem ever again. And, you know, that's what it comes down to. But I am going to tell you that if you are fainting and you are that, first get yourself checked by the doctor, because I don't want to say it's for everybody. You might have a medical condition. You know, I'm not going to say it's not a medical condition. I don't know who you are. But if you are clairvoyant, you might also have a medical condition that makes you do that. So first check yourself, make sure it's not, and then you know for a fact. Like I told the people who suffer from panic attacks about, if you think you're having a heart attack, first check. If you don't have a heart attack, then you know it is anxiety, and then you could deal with it and use the method I teach, and you'll be, you know, you'll conquer this tribulation. And the same thing with this, exactly. Like, once you guys have ease and you know that it is not a medical problem, that's when you got to go into that mindset and start saying, well, you know what, it is because I'm giving off too much energy. And a lot of the healers, there's people that have white and they give off energy, and there's people that collect energy. And I'll explain into that all over. But the thing is that, you know, I see like most of these healers, and they heal people, and that's great. But the thing is, I see their energy all over the place. like literally everywhere. So it's like they don't have something to contain it. They're just giving it all out freely, and they think it's by their hands. But the truth of the matter is, it's coming out of their hands and helping, but there's no focus. So for example, the energy is coming out of their hands to heal people, but then you have energy coming out here that's not even touching the other guy, but it's going everywhere. And then next thing you know, you're spiritually drained. I'm going to teach you also how to, see, you have, let's say, a small little, like a little pocket. It's like a bladder, like your stomach, So in your stomach, what happens is, when you eat, you can eat a little, you'll be stuffed, right? But then when you eat more, your stomach stretches, and then you can, later on, like next week, you'll be able to eat even more and even more and even more, because you need to fill up your stomach, because your stomach is not like this anymore. So right now, this is what you guys are. You have a little bit of energy reservation here, and you're giving it all out. I'm going to teach you guys how to enlarge that, so you guys can have more and more energy, much more energy. I'm also going to teach you guys how to bind spirits that are in your house, that don't want to leave, negative entities, and do it with respect and help them move on to the next world. I have a lot of these rings. A lot of people say, what are they? They're willing spirits that I binded myself, that I binded from dragons. They have a dragon here. They have a lot of the Muslims are always fear me. I don't know why they fear me. They shouldn't fear me, but they're because again, I'm not into religion. It's all about people. But every time the ones that are clairvoyant, they look at me with these rings and they run the other way. These are the jinns, okay? So, jinn, or however you guys pronounce it. But the thing is, they have classes, and I have them in these rings. I binded them, because what happens is, you have to understand, the spiritual guides are in this world whether you like it or not. Okay, they're going to be a part of you whether you like it or not. These ones right here, I converted also into, not religion, into my nation. They're Israelites now. Some of them were already, and they're just like people. And I'm going to go into the classes and explanations of all of these kind of spirits. Are like dragons. What are they, like dragons and they're flying in the air? No, that's not what I mean. Everything is different. It's energies. They just have names, and it's just a whole thing that people don't understand. For example, I even have, I don't know, somewhere it's a crystal where other spirits and negative entities in the house that do bad things is what I call demons, only because that's how I identify demon. Demon to me is a spirit, negative entity that causes harm to another. I call that a demon. And, not like with horns, whatever, but it's an energy that produces bad results. They don't want to leave. They're stuck. They hide in mirrors. They do this. They do that. I grab them and I put them into one of these things. I contain them into a thing. These are free spirits right here in the ring. They're free to do whatever they want. I told them they can leave. It's up to them. They are my spiritual brothers and sisters. They want to be with me and help me. And I helped a lot of spirits who were completely stuck here in this world and didn't want to leave to the next world. There is no next world, but into the next dimension. Even though they're in the next dimension, they're constantly in this dimension they made for themselves, where they're constantly reliving. And you'll see, I'm going to go into that. It's too complicated. But the thing is, they don't want to accept that they passed on from this world. And my spiritual brothers here help me out. Also, angels and stuff like that. I hate being controversial, but in this, I'm going to be extremely controversial. And we're going to talk about angels. We're going and yes, they're true. And the names are not really names. It's a power. It's an extension of the Lord's hand. So if, let's say, Raphael, for example, right? Refu'ah. He's the healer of God. They're all extension of El HaKadosh's hand. So they're called that name as like a job. Like for instance, if you would be called Albert, but you're a blacksmith, I would call you a blacksmith. You get what I'm saying? So there's no real names. It's based on the job. So that's really how it's interpreted, really. But the thing is, there's so much to the spiritual world. There's so much to it that it could confuse people, and a lot of people that see things. For example, me, I was blessed or cursed, however you want to see it. There's days I see them as both or one or the other, where I can, I have everything. So basically I see, I feel, I smell even. I can, touch. I can touch, yeah, really. I can touch. I can sense. I can, live in the next world and make it so realistic that it even feels more real than this world, even though they're both real. But I'm saying it feels more like physical. And then in the other dimension than I feel even here. So but I was raised, this is how it was since I was a kid, a baby, and growing up. So the thing is, it's not that new to me. It's not foreign to me. It's my nature. You understand? And there's days I wanted to shut off, days that I didn't, and I learned how to deal with it, and I could help each and every one of you guys learn how to deal with it, and just understand how special you guys are. HAKADOSH blesses everybody. There's people that are doctors, so he blesses them, with the gift to be in school and, ace, sciences and all these classes. There's mathematicians, accountants. I hate math, and, they're blessed with the gift of knowing math. Everybody's blessed. Like me, I built computers. I was blessed with the gift of doing technology. I build drones. I do all kinds of stuff. And, so everybody is blessed by HAKADOSH with these attributes that are given to you, the cards that are given to you, because the Lord HAKADOSH wanted you to have it for a reason. And we might not know what the reason is right now. We will know someday. But the thing is, that's really what it comes down to. And I have many spiritual guides. One of them that's been with me forever is Eli. And, I've been discussing that in my writing. And there's many, many spiritual guides. And, they're all energies, and they appear however they want to appear, and all kinds of stuff like that, from like horses on fire to, I don't know, moon, and I don't know, some fox, a cat, they come as all and any shapes and forms. I had one of my spiritual brothers from the class of the Jinn that came to me as a black cat. He came to me as a black cat when I was on a job interview. I got out of the job interview, and he was basically walking to me, came right up to me, and literally I can hear him, but I'm holding a physical cat in my hand, and it was amazing. I mean, it was very amazing when I found out that they can do that stuff, and I was like, wow, that's incredible. And there's so much things that people don't understand, like even homeless people in the street. They could be just a spirit can go into them, like an angelic spirit that's testing you. You can go in there, and then what happens is, like, let's say you give $1, you've done, they given you an opportunity to do a deed, and those that reject it, you're walking, and suddenly, even if you happen to talk, you happen to look there, and you see that person's no longer there. It's because he wasn't there. It was there. There's so many things to this world that you guys just a lot of people don't understand. It's all energy. There's nothing physical. Look at my video about if there's anything physical in this world. There's nothing physical. This is not even physical. It's all energy. And those who are computer, like I do 3D art and stuff like that, when you program a collision object. So for example, I'm putting my finger here, there's a coding that makes this collision, so therefore it codes me to feel a bang, it codes me to feel a stop, but in reality my hand would be able to go through it. And in martial arts, a lot of people say, oh, what happens? They meditate, because I don't even meditate, and I could smash bricks with my fist. But why do they do the meditation? It's because you give a real hiccup. It's not about alignment. It's not about any of that. You give a little hiccup to the world. When you meditate, you're really good at it, you start to give a hiccup to this world and to the illusion, to that there's like a small vibration, that little vibration that sets it off, and then suddenly your hand goes through it, but at the same time then it wakes up, and you crack it out, and it's already too late, and that's how you smash things. And that's really how I explain it, and it's really like that. And it's just so interesting how this world was designed. It's a testing facility, really. That's really all it is. So we're going to go over that. We're going to go over how to deal also with, with that struggle between this world and the next dimension. How to put focus on this world more than that dimension, and how you could do it without, like, you know, spirits coming over you and talking to you. How could you could shut them up? I mean, not really shut them up, but like not have them talk anymore, so you can be sane to concentrate on this world. There's ways you can do it, and I'm going to be teaching you that in all the episodes, and I hope you guys will join me on this. Definitely subscribe, because I want every episode to, when you subscribe, it alerts you when the next episode comes out. If you don't, just keep checking back in the channel. I'm sure I'm going to be doing it like every week, but just in case, I just rather you guys subscribe. You know, if you're worried about if you have a computer only in an office and you're kind of shy, you don't want people to know that you're into this stuff or whatever, then just keep coming back. You know, and when it's going to be the last episode, I'm going to mention that in the video. I'm going to say this is the last episode, and I'm going to label it afterwards, each episode, like 1 of 5, 2 of 5. You get it, and you will know. And then the questions, every 20 questions, I'll do a video, and if you have any requests, I'll make it open and make another video. Yeah, whatever, we'll continue it. So let me know what you guys think. Definitely comment. Sorry it took me a little bit longer to do, but I am doing it now. So let me know what you guys think. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.